The concept of the simulator is that the trainee supervisor will come into the dive control panel and either take over an existing air or bell dive or commence a fresh one. Once the dive has commenced, the diver will be fed a range of inputs depending upon his reactions to various parts of the scenario. The instructor is in a separate compartment and monitoring everything that the trainee supervisor undertakes. The computer prints out a complete analysis of the dive and enables the instructor to debrief the trainee supervisor on the actions that have occurred during the dive and particularly where safety parameters have been breached. Using simulators will allow the training to occur on accessible onshore locations with no risk to the staff or the students. What they will particularly do is to allow the controlled testing of emergency management scenarios. That is, the ability of the supervisor to manage an emergency where a diver's life may well be at risk. The intention behind the development of the simulators is to improve the overall training of diving supervisors in the offshore industry. We are intending to use the simulators to improve the training of trainee supervisors when they're learning their craft, and also to refresh experienced diving supervisors in the management of emergency scenarios. The simulator allows us to do this without putting divers or staff at risk, and it's something that is extremely difficult to do in an operational context. It's exciting because it's a world first. It's the first time that anybody's ever constructed a diving simulator for this particular type of training. It's been completely designed, developed and constructed in Australia. It means an improvement in training generally, particularly in terms of practicality and cost. For all intents and purposes, these simulators are real dive control positions. They're fitted out in a standard industry-sized container with air and bell panels, with all of the whistles and bells that are required and found in a real-life offshore dive control position. The great thing about the simulator is that it does everything that a real dive control panel does. It simulates dynamic positioning alarms, gas analysis, diver depths, it manipulates gauges, the gas flow rates can be changed, reclaim systems are simulated, and offshore communications are all simulated. At the moment, accessing training in operational scenarios is difficult because it means standing down an entire operation. There might be problems with simultaneous operations. So this will mean that training will be more accessible, the quality will be improved, and the accessibility for both the divers and the contractors will be markedly improved.
In the water. Ensure airline 1 is open to divers 1 and 2. Line up back up here at appropriate pressure for the working depth. Turn on into Consortium bridge. Dive control. This is the breach. What is the status of your divers?
Okay. I've got 2 divers on the job at 27 meters.
Against plane of 24 meters for wet bell and 27 meters working depth for diver 1.
Roger, number 1, you've got bubbles. Number 1, let me know when you've got no bubbles. Bubble stop, number 1, you are 26.5 meters, thank you.
ADAS strives to be the most creative and comprehensive international training and certification scheme, setting the benchmark for safe and innovative service in the hyperbaric sectors.